commonly played. It's not like super often that we see this map for NIP. At least in the last 3 months, they've only played it 3 times. Obviously, that includes the player break. And due to that, including the player break, it's a bit of a skewed statistic, honestly. But in the last 3 months, they played it 3 times. They've won all of the times that they've played it. All those 3 times were victories. ENCE, they've played it 5 times. They've won 3 out of those 5. So 60% win rate for them on Inferno. We do have NIP starting on the CT side due to winning the knife round. ENCE on the T side here for the pistol. As you can see, for the pistol, we do have ENCE sitting up towards top of banana, at least initially. Do have a decent amount of utility, and they are going to be utilizing that in towards the B bomb site. Do have Twist down towards CT. Getting ready to deploy the flashbang on the back of the site. Gonna be Nork. He peeks out. Plopsky catching one as well. Over from Emo. Nork still trying to connect some shots, but he won't be able to. And Twist is now the sole defender close towards the B bomb site, but he denies the bomb plant. No one is checking the angle. As the smoke fades, he peeks out, denies the bomb plant. That allows for his teammates to get closer towards the bomb site. Bomb yet to get planted. Lecro from CT connects onto Aloe. Res on the flank. Still got Lecro down towards CT. Still trying to catch the angle. Still dealing a lot of damage here. And Res now last man standing. Both players fairly low on HP. Bomb yet to be planted. 20 seconds left on the clock. They need to go aggressive here. They go for the peek. And they do manage to trade him out. A bit of a fake on the plant there. Ariel gets the trade. But that was anyone's round. That could have gone either way, honestly. ENCE do manage to pick up the pistol on the T side, and that's fairly important. I would say nowadays most people probably consider this a slightly T-sided map, much like Mirage. And I'll somewhat agree with that. Obviously, I think when it comes to Tier 1 Counter-Strike, which I would consider ESL Pro League very Tier 1. What is it? We have... Is it every single team in top 15? And 19 of the teams in top 20 or something like that? It's absolutely insane how packed ESL Pro League is this season. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, when it comes to Tier 1 Counter-Strike, obviously, we typically don't talk too much about whether it's T-sided or CT-sided. It comes down to the statistics of the individual teams. And for this one, NIP are the favorites, I would say. But obviously a very small... I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Either way, let's get back to the action. As ENCE pushing in towards the A-bomb side. Getting the initial frags here. It was a force buy for NIP. With Nork slowly but surely inching his way forward. Picks up the scout and decides to fall back rather than challenging, rather than continuing to challenge. That is definitely the right decision, as it was a false buy here for NIP. Holding on to the scout and the Desert Eagle means that he can drop one of those over to one of his teammates for the next round, which would have otherwise been a full eco. See someone in the chat asking if NIP and Astralis both win their games, if NIP will then, like, be number one due to having a better round difference. We go off of head-to-head first. So it comes down to who won when these two teams met, when Astralis and NIP went against each other, and that was NIP. They won that 2-0. So yes, if Astralis and NIP both win their games, then NIP will get the #1 spot. For this round, as I said, it is going to be pretty much an eco here for NIP. Good angle over towards Emo. Nice damage dealt. Look at the damage to Sonny, Sergey, and Alu. All of them has taken substantial amount of damage here. We do have ENCE going for the rotation back towards the A-bomb site. We do have NIP actually rotating off the A-bomb site. So NIP, they need to rotate back pretty quickly. Twist trying to land a shot, but he won't be able to just yet. You have rotation coming through. Knock with that scout. ENCE pushing in towards the A-bomb site, getting the bomb down. Well, obviously, help them with their economy as long as they stay alive with as many players as possible. It's alright if Alu dies and if Sonny dies, but this, so much damage dealt towards the players and even more damage dealt towards Ariel now. Nog taking care of Sonny. It's going to be all on Ariel and X7 now. All on X7. A wild spray down coming through, catching a triple. But it won't be enough to take them all down. It will be enough to secure the round, though, as the timer runs out. Nog picks up an AK-47. The round still goes in the favor of ENCE. ENCE picking up their third. That was way too close for comfort, and X7 definitely saved them on that one. Massive spray down from him from that pit position. Just holding down mouse 1. Pretty good spray transfer and control all in all. Getting a nice triple for it. And no kit in play. Salted in another round on the board here for ENCE. As I said, it's going to be their third. 3-0 here for ENCE. So around Sergey, good positioning. Up close, finds the frag. Takes a good chunk of damage in the process, but still very much alive. If you guys are not yet on squad mode on Twitch, I highly encourage you guys to do it. I have information that the Vitality versus Astralis game is absolutely insane. So head over to squad mode, watch all the games at once. Make sure that you show your support on all the different streams. If you decide to chat over in the Mitch and Dean chat, make sure that you tell them hi from me. That's important. Res, gonna be pushing out, but Sergey on the edge of the smoke. Shuts him down. Twist, gonna try and find an angle, but he won't be able to. Knock. He is still just over towards the B-bomb side. He hasn't even moved. And Twist realizing very quickly as his teammates fall, all of them actually falling to Sergey. Twist quickly realizing that it's definitely better to just fall back and hold on to his weapon. Knock will obviously do the same. It's going to be the 4th round on the board now. 4 ENCE. No smiley face. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you give me a smiley face in chat? I don't appreciate that. Honestly, I'm okay with it. I'm alright with it. To have you guys sit here and watch this stream over the Astralis versus Vitality game, it's pretty dope. Appreciate it. As I said, another round on the board here for ENCE. Oh, the timing on this nade could be huge here for Nork. Does land directly on a player. Does deal a good chunk of damage. Look at the HP remaining on Sergey and Aloe. So much damage dealt so early on. You have Sonny just lurking over towards the A apartments. Patiently waiting for anyone to overstep their boundaries. Chat, you guys are awesome, man. See smiley faces all throughout chat is absolutely brilliant. I'm pretty much dying of laughter right now. It's gonna be tough getting back into this round for me personally, but hey, we'll try and make it work. Either way, 3 defenders over towards the A side. Currently, it's gonna be Res, Twist, and Lecro. ENCE haven't quite decided exactly what they want to do just yet. It seems like they might consider falling back towards the B bomb site. We do have Ariel with the bomb on his back, going for some of the entries towards that B bomb site. We have Nork and Plopsky both in position to try and cover off the defense. They are obviously going to do their absolute greatest to make sure that happens. Plopsky, that's an important kill. Spray down coming through from Nork as well, and the bomb was dropped. Not yet planted, and it won't be. The timer simply runs out. Beautiful stop here from Plopsky and Nork. And yeah, sure. ENCE tried to play their opponents, tried to outplay their opponents, but they ended up playing themselves. Running down the timer a bit too low. First round on the board in the favor of NIP. They'll obviously be happy about that. Decent amount of players surviving here for NIP as well. That means that they can start working on their economy now. Nate tossed down towards the bottom of Banana. Secondary. None of them really dealing a whole lot of damage for this one. I see that Astralis and Vitality is currently in overtime. That's absolutely crazy. Do want to remind you guys that if Astralis takes the victory on map 2 of that series, then we will have the main channel switching over to either this game or the Godsend versus Spirit one. I don't think they've actually decided which game they're going to be switching over to. But they're not just going to cut the stream. They're going to switch over to one of the other games, and we'll still cover it even if they switch over to this one, so don't worry, we're not going to be cutting it in the middle of it. We'll still be able to watch the action right here. ENCE now setting up for the utility in towards this A bomb site once again. Twist deciding to go for a bit of aggression. Might work out, and yes it does, he finds the frag. Beautiful stuff. Lecro down towards the pit position, patiently waiting for more aggression to come his way. And again, the timer is running low, but there's still roughly 20 seconds left on the clock. Lecro peeks out, finds the first, almost gets the second, but not quite, and eventually he will burn. It's now going to be all on Sergey, left alone, finds one over towards the archway. But with the timer running so low and the bomb dropped in close towards the bomb site, there's absolutely nothing he can do. He's forced to just try and see if he can hold on to his weapon, and he won't be able to do that either. Plopsky shuts him down, and that will be the second round for NIP. This time around, the economy is going to be a bit limited here. ENCE do decide to go for a bit of an eco, if you will. I like to call these round min buys, as they're buying the absolute minimum to try and make the round, or to give them an opportunity to deal some economic damage in the round and potentially find a bit of success while still keeping enough money to buy up for the next one. Back in the days, I know that some people like to call it quasi-buys. I think it was Henry G that first introduced me to that phrasing. If I'm not completely mistaken, I believe that quasi means almost in German or something like that. But hey, it makes some sense at the very least. Res in towards the bomb site. Makes pretty good sense for him as he finds yet another couple of frags. Twist. Taking a bit of a duel over towards the archway here. It is going to be Nork who finally connects the final frag onto Alu. And as I said, it was an eco for NIP, so we did, for ENCE, excuse me, so we did expect NIP to pick up the round, and they do manage to do that as well. Four, 3. The money is now starting to build up for NIP. If they manage to get a decently convincing round in this one as well, that would be really, really solid for them. But before we get too far into that, Lecro just went down so incredibly early. What is Twist doing? You'll lose your player over towards apps. There's a pretty good chance that they just push forward. Don't go for a jump peek like that. I don't know what that is. Plopsky, in the meantime, he finds a player over towards the B-bomb site. Res trying to tap away. Won't be able to find the shots, unfortunately for him. Plopsky is still going to be looking for more. He spots the player as he jumps through the smoke. Turns back around and shuts him down. 2-on-3 situation. And it's James time. Something that we know on Inferno is it's incredibly tough to retake either of the two bomb sites if you're like a man down in a man deficit. Yeah, it makes perfect sense here for NIP to just fall back and try and hold on to their weapons. Even though their economy is starting to build, there's no reason for them to just throw their money away. 3 players surviving here for ENCE. 5th round on the board to the 3 of NIP. And as I said, still going to be enough money here for NIP to buy up once again. This time around, they do decide to go for the double AWP setup. It's Twist and Nork both going to be playing the AWP. I'll try and see if I can keep you guys updated on the Astralis game, because that's obviously well, definitely an interesting one. I want to give you guys information about the Godsend game. Godsend did secure a 2-0 victory over Spirit. That means that the last 3 teams, that being Astralis, Vitality, and NIP, they're all going to be making it through Stage 2 here of ESL Pro League. There's no chance for Spirit, Godsend, or ENCE at this point. Now the big question is who will, like, what will the placing be after these games are over? But as I said, Astralis and Vitality currently heading into the second half in their game of overtime, that is. Back on this server, you have once again 3 defenders initially over towards the A bomb site. Twist with one of those AWPs. He's sitting over at the archway. A bit of utility getting thrown in towards the A bomb site now, but with the bomb making its move back towards B and the timer running so low, this is certainly going to be the B hit. With the utility coming through, they should know that this is the case. And indeed, Nork catching one and then falling back, but actually a rotation coming through once again. The timer once more is running incredibly low. The bomb is going to be pushing its way in towards the bomb site, and they will be able to get the bomb down, but Sergey, he falls immediately after, and now it's going to be all on Alu. And there's no way he can defend this defuse from coming through this retake. He does manage to catch the first couple of frags, but that's about it. Quickly traded out. And yes, indeed, Lecro going straight for the defuse. That's going to be the 4th round now for NIP. very interesting to see ENCE run down the clock so far, so many rounds. I was almost certain, you heard me call it out, I was almost certain that that was going to be a B hit. And I was too busy watching the frags happen over towards the B bomb site to actually realize that the bomb rotated back towards A. Pushing in towards the bomb site with just 10 seconds left on the clock is a bit ludicrous. Yeah, time didn't run out this time. At least they got the bomb down. So they got that going for them, which is nice. That gives them a bit of extra money to buy some extra upgraded pistols and a bit of utility for this round. Speaking of which, for this round, thought we were going to see a bit of a challenge there towards banana aggression, but not quite just yet. You'll have ENCE pushing back closer towards the A bomb site, and this time around they might be going for something rather quickly. Got Knock over at the library position. Lecro watching over towards short. Res posted up in the site itself. Knock gets flashed out. Here's a couple of players pushing in towards C2. He is aware about it, but he's quickly taken down. Now Res gonna try and see if he can find an angle, but he gets taken down. Lecro is not watching the angle. Oh, that's not good. Lecro should definitely get a bit of a, not necessarily a punishment, but a bit of a slap on the wrist, I suppose. That's all on him. He should watch that angle. There's no reason why his teammate on the bomb site should go down from that. The bomb will get planted. As I said, it's mostly an eco here for ENCE, and they still manage to catch the frags in towards the A bomb site due to a bit of a mistake from NIP. Now it's going to be Twist and Plopsky to try and see if they can bring this one back. Excuse me. They do have kits on both of the players. That gives them the opportunity to push in towards the bomb site. Gives them a bit of extra time to work with, but Sonny, good positioning. Twist does manage to answer back, but he needs to get on the bomb. Oh, almost connected, but not quite. Does find the frag eventually, but the timer has run out. Ends with an eco victory. That's nasty. Straight up nasty. Silver lining here for NIP is they've managed to build up a decent amount of economy. That means that they will be able to buy up once again. Bit of a limited buy here. They only have one defuse kit. They are lacking a bit of utility. 2 players on FAMAS. No AWP. So slightly limited buy for this round. Still a fairly decent buy nonetheless. See over on the main channel right now, it's currently a pretty good chance of Vitality picking up the victory on that second map and sending them into a third. As I said, good potential of Astralis and Vitality going into a third mapper. Again, I highly encourage you guys to pull up the squad mode if your PC can handle it. I saw someone earlier mentioning that their PC couldn't. That's okay. That's all okay. Can't all have beasts of computers. I don't either. Good defensive smoke. Allows them to change up their position slightly. For a bit of a boost here. Oh, another smoke coming through. Oh, they're sprayed out. He finds the frag. That's the bomb as well, and the bomb gets pushed in closer through the smoke. Plotski setting up for the spray down. He connects for the triple. We already got Twist rotating close towards the bomb site. Bomb will get planted. It's X7 and Alu to try and hold off on this one. Alu over by Emo. X7 up close towards the coffins. 7 going for the aggression. Does manage to find the frag here on Twist. That's so incredibly important. The rest is going to be tapping away, trying to find the frag onto X7. Lecter in the meantime, he gets taken down. It's now going to be all on Res. Tapping the bomb just once. Spots Alu. Dishes out a few bullets, but not enough to take him down. And Alu returns the favor. Well-placed headshot here from Alu. And even though they lose so many players initially, 2 against 3 for the retake, they still managed to get the job done. And this is one of the biggest reasons why we see so many players, so many teams, time and time again, bring it back if they're in a 1-player deficit. Sometimes even if it's 3-on-3 or 4-on-4, just not going for the retake. Such a nice holdover towards the B bomb side. And again, it's so incredibly difficult on the CT side to retake either of the 2 bomb sites, really. Not to take anything away from Alu or X7 in that situation, because they played it to perfection, pretty much. Sonny inching his way forward. He finds the frag though, but he's quickly traded out. Nog is going to go for the rotation back closer towards the B bomb site. Sergey, alongside with X7 and the bomb, are going to be pushing back in towards B. We'll be trying to see if they can get the bomb down. It is pretty much a full eco here for NIP, just a couple of upgraded pistols, and his P250s. Ariel finds one, gets the second. It's going to be all on rest now. They are just trying to see if they can deal a tiny amount of damage, get a little bit done here, but seems increasingly unlikely. Rest just tapping away down towards the bottom of middle, trying to see if he can find one, but not going to happen. 4 players surviving here for ENCE. Very comfortable round for them. They do lose 1. That's all. Bit of a timeout getting called once again. It's another tactical timeout called by NIP. I believe the last one was called by NIP as well, if I'm not completely mistaken. Let me see if I can find that. I can't for some... Oh, it was actually called by ENCE, the last tactical. Thought that one was NIP as well, but guess I was mistaken. Right back into the action now. Early aggression up towards top of Banana here for ENCE, as they don't see any utility getting thrown in the opposite direction. We do have a bit of utility on NIP, but Plopsky and Nog decide not to use it, at least initially. Got the bomb actually over closer towards the A bomb side. Lecro more or less just letting Rest die there. He doesn't want to give up his position, I suppose. He's in a pretty good position, though. Makes pretty good sense for him not to give it up completely if he doesn't have to. 7 is going to be inching his way forward here. As I said, good positioning by Lecro, but if you take a quick look at the minimap, you'll see that the rest of ENCE are actually on their way back over towards the B bomb site. Nog, he's sitting down below in CT, gets taken down. Plotski from above. He rains down below, connects onto Sonny. I'll try and find the angle here, but he misses it ever so slightly. 3-on-2, and this time around it looks like it might be successful. Sergey sitting right on the opposite side of the smoke here. The gun peeks through. Plopsky shuts him down for the triple for that retake. And finally, yes indeed, NIP do manage to pull a retake back. Once again, I quickly want to remind you guys that my good friends and colleague Dean and Mitch are done for tonight. If you guys were watching their game, which was Godsend versus Spirit, make sure you follow them on social media. Show them some love. See that they were very active on social media as well, posting up some of the clips for the matches. If you missed anything from those games, you can head over to Mitchman Casting on Twitter. Check them out. Obviously, the Astralis versus Vitality Map 3 is going to be going live in roughly 10 minutes from now. That's over on ESL_CSGO. If you're interested in that, you can, again, pull up the squad stream. I encourage you to do that. I don't want to see you leave the stream, obviously. Well, this round, twist over towards Archway. We do have a player in on the bomb side. That's going to be Res. He's been caught in that same position a couple of times already. It's probably better for him to just back off. Flashbang out. Yeah, it's going to catch. Twist completely. Res tries to answer back, but he's forced to fall back himself. In the meantime, Lekro down in the pit position. He spots a player up towards short, but peeks out towards Arch instead. Finds one. Quickly traded out though. Res now last man standing, sitting inside of the smoke. Bullied from multiple positions. Absolutely nothing he can do. Eventually gonna get taken down. Nork and Plopsky now for the potential retake towards this A bomb site. But they gotta be thinking about whether or not they should actually just hold on to their weapons. I think that would probably be the wise decision here, to make sure they have enough to buy up completely for the next round as well. That's exactly what they'll do. Eventually, they do decide to just fall back and hold on to their weapons. And as I said, definitely the right decision for them. They know that they're going to be incredibly pressured if they went for that one and lost it. In terms of their economy, they wouldn't really have anything to work with for the final round of the first half. They are holding on to these couple of weapons, definitely right decision here. It actually allows them to get a comfortable full buy. Well, almost. Lekro is going to be on a Desert Eagle. The rest of them on primary rifles and an AWP in their hands. Not a massive amount of utility, of course, but we do have full utility on Res and Twist. We both got dropped a weapon. Sergey gonna get taken down here by Nork as he pushes forward. He finds that frag. He takes a lot of damage in the process and needs to be careful while he's trying to make his way back. Natos is not going to do a whole lot. Alu is going to take the angle with the AWP. In the meantime, we also have two players trying to make moves over towards the A bomb side. That's going to be Sunny and X7. Oh, Alu probably should have hit that shot. Slightly missing his opportunity here. He's forced out of position, forced to fall back. In the meantime, Sunny, he's trying to find an opening over towards the A bomb side, but that doesn't work out for him at least. Now, Alu does manage to catch one, trying to find a different angle, but Alu actually burns. Ariel catches one. Snork, all on his lonesome, towards the bomb side. He's gonna get taken down. This is definitely still possible here. 4 ENCE. Res on the flank, through middle, Plopsky over towards library action. Oh, he spots one, he spots the second as well. Won't be able to take care of Ariel. Ariel already on a double. He's now up against Res. Res pushing in closer towards the bomb, but he doesn't catch the angle. Ariel shuts him down from Graveyard, and that will indeed be ENCE picking up double digits, 10-5 for the half. As I said, Nip, at least currently, are undefeated in the last 3 months on this map. Doesn't say a whole lot, because they recently came off of their player break. So it's obviously not like a massive sample size that we have to go off of. They've only played it 3 times in the last 3 months. That being said, they are undefeated those 3 times. They did win all of those games. ENCE, they've played it 5 times. They won 3 themselves. So technically, both teams have won 3 games on Inferno. And the sample size is a little bit bigger for ENCE, which means that their win percentage is not as big. But initially going into this one, I would say that NIP were the clear favorites to take a victory in this one, and actually with decent possibility of making it a 2-0. But ENCE definitely fighting back for this one, and it's honestly good to see. We gotta remember, ENCE, they don't have a whole lot to play for in this one. They cannot make it through. They have money, actually. I believe you get money for each game you win in group stage. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I saw that somewhere, though. You imagine I'm just sitting here making stuff up. I'm pretty sure that's correct. So they got that to fight for. But other than that, they don't have a whole lot to fight for in terms of like the current standing. ENCE are on the very bottom of it. They haven't won any of their games yet. They've played 4. This is their 5th. If they take a victory here, it would be their first victory in this group stage this season of EPL. NIP are sitting, or were sitting going into today, at the very top of the ranking in Group A, with a victory over Astralis. I think it was actually a 3-way tie. I'm not entirely sure how the breakdown went before today. That being said, if Astralis takes the victory over Vitality and Nip takes the victory over ENCE, I will leave NIP at the very top. It's so convoluted. I think it's better if I let the guys over on the main channel explain it. I'll try my best to explain it though. If Nip lose this one, then the winner of Astralis and Vitality will obviously be at the very top. And then we need to check the head-to-head between Nip and Vitality to see, or Nip and the loser of Astralis and Vitality to see who gets 2nd and 3rd place for this season. Either way, saved by the bell, I suppose. Let's get back into the action here. It's going to be Sonny who catches the first frag for the round. Lecro could potentially find a little bit here. Does catch one, but he's the only player close by. No, gets taken down as well. So much aggression from ENCE. This is something you rarely see in a pistol round. So much aggression down towards middle. And they absolutely surprise. Like, they catch Ninja completely unaware about what's going on. Ninja had no idea. Ninja's in Pyjamas, that is. Absolutely no clue what was happening until it was pretty much over. And now it's already a 2-on-4 situation. Do have a bit of utility here. We do have a smoke, a flash, and a nade in the hands of Res. We'll be dishing out that smoke down towards CT. A couple of flashes in that same direction. Do have a player here by Emo. That's going to be Sergey. They're checking the angle, but Sergey catching the frag. Gonna be peeking out. Finds the final one as well. Easy does it. ENCE picks up the pistol. They could potentially make this one a very one-sided affair. I also want to remind you guys that this is the final map, the final game of today, and the final time that I'll be covering games for you guys for this season of European ESL Pro League. I'll be back for North American Pro League on the 3rd of April. I'm not sure who will be back for that one alongside with me, but I know that I'll be back for that one at the very least. In the meantime, I'll be covering a lot of games for ESL Meisterschaft, the German tournament. Right here on this channel, actually. So make sure you hit that follow button so you can tag along for that. Obviously, a bit of a different tier of Counter-Strike, but we love to see your support if you choose to tune in. Either way, let's get back to the action once again. This time around, it is going to be pretty much a full eco. We do have a Desert Eagle in play for Lecro, but that's honestly it. And NIP are gonna look towards the B bomb site and see if they can push in and potentially get something happening here. Alu is posted up. Decent positioning. We don't have any utility in play for NIP, so it's gotta be a dry peek in towards the bomb site. It is gonna be Sergey, the first line of defense. Alu is there as well. Sergey lines them up. Alu takes care of the final two, finally connecting the frag with the final bullet in his magazine. That'll do it. ENCE picks up the 12, but now there will be enough money for NIP to buy up once again. Just real quick to answer the question posted in chat. I don't cast in German. I only cast in English and Danish, and ESL Meisterschaft is going to be covered in English right here on this channel. Don't worry about that. Either way, let's get back to the action here. Sergey catches one. He's quickly traded out by Rest though. X7 trying to deal a bit of damage through the smoke, but won't be able to dish any out just yet. Twists taking a lot of damage from that nade. He's spraying and praying pretty much, trying to connect some of his own. In the meantime, we are going to see them rotate back towards the A bomb site. Ariel needs to come up huge for this one. But with them pushing out, he does actually go for the repeat. He finds the double. Almost connects for the third, but he won't be able to. Alu trying to dish out even more damage. Does eventually deal a bit of damage on Res. Res, he's picked up the bomb now. He's still challenging Alu for some weird reason. Does he actually know that Alu is in the corner here? Now he finds out. Lecro helps out. Shuts him down eventually through the smoke. Trying to find the frag. It's going to be X7, but he won't be able to. And Sonny, such a strong position. Good trigger discipline as well. Connects onto Res. And now all on Lecro. And he's caught between a nail and a heart place. To try and see if he can clutch this one out. Will be able to find the bomb. Should be able to find a plant as well, and indeed he will. There's definitely still potential here for Lecro. Maybe find the clutch, but it's not going to happen. Sonny shuts him down and ends. They find another round. 13-5. This is starting to look almost as one-sided as that second map of the series. Sonny, what are you doing, man? Go away, Sonny. Be nice. Just because it's not a LAN game, you still have to behave yourself, okay? Don't go around and kill all the chickens. They never did anything to you. Go vegan in Counter-Strike. If that's a thing. Plopsky. Gonna go for some fast aggression, at least it looks like he will. Fully blinded. Almost connecting, but not quite enough to get the full frag. Res, he catches a double though. This is actually a bit of a better start to the game here for, or to the round here for NIP. Do have Sonny situated over close towards the B bomb site. Sergey and Ariel over towards A. Does look like for now they're just faking the B hits. Then as you can see, making moves back towards the A bomb site now. Sergey posted up with that AWP. Flashbang in could make it a bit more difficult for him. Instead, it's got to be a molly that forces him back slightly. He's still taking a bit of a forward angle here. He still has help in the form of Ariel, who's posted up in that pit position. Sergey pushing forward once again. He hasn't spotted anyone yet, but as soon as he does, he strikes with the AWP, connects on the frag. Now Lekro, he's going to try and see if he can find an angle of his own, but Sergey in the meantime still answering back. Yet another frag. It's now going to be all on Twist and Res. But Res with the frag. Oh, Sergey. What a shot. It's all on Res. Res up against Sunny and Sergey. 14 HP on Res. Sergey, what a brilliant shot. He finds the final one as well. Quad kill for Sergey. Absolutely insane. How do they manage to pull this off? 14th round on the board. I think that was Sergey just like wondering what happened. Just removing his hands from the mouse and keyboard and looking around like, did anyone see that? You know what I'm talking about. You guys definitely do that as well when you're playing matchmaking or whatever you're playing. ESEA. ESL Play. Whatever you guys are playing. What an absolute gnarly performance in that round from Sergey. That's a round that Nip should have won. That's a round that ENCE had absolutely no business winning. It's a round that Sergey took full control of. And Sergey is sitting at the top of the scoreboard with 21 kills in 19 rounds. That's pretty solid. To put it into perspective, you can see that the player closest to him on his own side is on 14. And on the other side, they're even further away on 13. What a crazy round from Sergey. Absolutely gnarly. Plopsky flashbang out. Plopsky tries to land the hits. Elu is sitting up close and personal, patiently waiting for anyone to peek out towards his position. You have a couple of players right on the opposite side of it. Finds the first here. There's another player close by. He's solo on HP. The molly. Not gonna catch him, but Res down to just 7. Again, a good first frag for the round going in the favor of ENCE, and this could very easily be GG in a matter of just a few rounds. Obviously, it is a bit too early for that, but Ariel makes it even tougher. Beautiful double here from Ariel. Lekro does manage to answer back with a double of his own. Twist catching 1. They actually do manage to make it a little bit less difficult for themselves. Sunny, in the meantime, he connects on Twist, and it's now going to be all on Lekro. Found the double already, catches the triple, gets the quad kill. What is happening? I'm scared. It's like the upside down now. Rounds that are completely out of their reach, they managed to pull back somehow. In the previous, it was ENCE, and in this one, it's NIP. It's Lekro, and it was Sergey. Absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, someone just pointed out in the chat, I am running everything on my lonesome. I'm observing, which is why the observing sucks so much. I'm casting, I'm running production, so there are no replays. The observing is a little bit... What is that word that people use? Oh, I forget what it is. Never mind. It's a little bit janky, is what I'm trying to say. I really wish I had a way to run replays, because 2 rounds in a row we saw incredible play. First it was from Sergey and then from Lekro. Sick stuff, honestly. Now, as you can see, NIP are setting up for the execute in towards the B-bomb side, and they will be able to make a move in here. will be able to clean up the bomb site and set up for the bomb plant. It's going to be Lecro throwing down the bomb. And if you're ENCE in this situation, typically I would say just save, and I think that's what they're going to do. Potentially set up for a couple of exit frags if they can do that. Because they're so far ahead, actually it wouldn't be the worst idea for them to try and see if they can deal a little bit of damage and a little bit more economic damage, because they're gonna be on an eco for the next round, we all know that. But actually picking up this AWP on Sergey, that makes it a clear-cut case. Definitely hold on to it now, that's for sure. So yeah, it will be another round on the board here for NIP. They do manage to bring a couple of rounds back into this game now. It's still not looking good for them. Chat, you guys gotta stop being so nice, okay? I'm not used to you guys being so nice. I want to see some horrible memes in the chat, some horrible copy pasta. That is what Counter-Strike is all about. At least that's what I thought Counter-Strike was all about. All this wholesome stuff in chat, I mean, I appreciate it and all, but hey, it's not the Counter-Strike I know and love. In all seriousness, though, thank you guys so much for showing some love. Not only to me, but also the other casters and also ESL for, you know, and all the other tournament organizers for being in a horrible spot, but managing to get the absolute best out of it. Back to the action here. Sonny tries his absolute greatest to hold on to the B bomb site, but he won't be able to. Sergey, as I mentioned, he's got that AWP. Let's try and see if he can find an angle, but he won't be able to either. Forced to fall back instead. X7 might get taken down here by Knock. Oh, they just went past each other. Bit awkward. Twists. Dealing with Ariel. Sergey still trying to dish out more damage. He goes down. That's so unfortunate. That's the AWP, and this was an eco. That AWP would have been absolutely amazing for the next round. But yeah, obviously, losing it means that they won't have an AWP for the next round because they don't have the money to rebuy one. Giving NIP a decent opportunity to potentially bring this back at least somewhat. Not saying yet that they'll bring it all the way back, because it's I mean, they're still in a 6-round deficit. They don't really have room for mistakes at this point. If they lose one more round, it'll put ENCE on match points. If they lose 2 more rounds, ENCE will take the victory. So they don't really have room for mistake here, NIP. But if they pick up this round, it is going to be another bit of a min-buy for the next one. Could give them the possibility to get double digits on the board. It's not over yet is what I'm trying to stress here. It's not over until the final round has been played. This is a pretty good start to it as Aloe decides to go for a lot of aggression. And that's going to cost him his life. I'm going to be pushing closer towards this B bomb site, setting up for a bit of utility. But a lot of damage dealt towards Lecro and Res from that molly, as you can see. Sergey down towards CT spawn. Sergey flash out. He actually goes for the peak. Sonny finds one. Sergey, he finds a double. It's now going to be all on Nog and Twist. With Nog going down, it's Twist on his lonesome with an AWP. He finds the frag onto Sonny. He's going to be looking for a little bit more. There is another player very close by. He does have the bomb control with 40 seconds left on the clock. If he finds this frag onto X7 on the flank, but X7 is playing it to perfection. He knows there's no reason for him to actually hunt him up banana. If you're on an auto shotty and XM1014, it's better to just play it up close if you can, but Twist, somehow he still hits the shot. He's now gonna rotate back towards the A-bomb side, as mentioned, and will be able to get the bomb down. He checks the angle, realizes no one is over by library just yet. Gonna be setting up for the plant, gets it secured. Gonna try and see if he can catch another frag. How do you miss that? He hit such a nice shot on X7, and then he misses a shot like that. That's so rough. So unfortunate. Not the greatest buy for ENCE, but they managed to pull it through. They managed to bring it all the way back. 15-8. Beautiful hold over towards the B-bomb side there from ENCE. Nice attempt from Twist, I gotta say. NT, as you guys typically say. Nice try, brother. Yeah, a bit of a yikes moment towards the end there, not hitting that shot. That should have been a clean one. Is that the Draken curse? Isn't it Draken who's known for his... Maybe it's just a nip thing, actually. Isn't it Draken who's known for, like, the 30-degree window where he can't hit shots in a 30-degree window? He was playing for NIP when that happened. Maybe it's an NIP thing. I think we just came up with a great conspiracy theory. You heard it here first. I'll coin it. Remember to put my name down if you type it anywhere, okay? Either way, back to the action once again. This could be it. ENCE could potentially take a victory right here, right now. NIP, they need quite a few rounds in a row. Need 7 rounds to bring this one back to OT, and obviously seems incredibly unlikely. Necro is going for a bit of a hunt in towards apartments, trying to see if he can find an angle, but he needs to be careful. We do have a nice setup over towards the A-bomb side. Ariel watching for that side of apartments. X7 towards middle, alongside on the opposite side of it, Sergey. There's going to be X7. Still got North trying to go for the trade, but that doesn't work out either. This could indeed be it, and it seems like it might be. We have a player down towards CT. That's going to be Alu. But it is Sonny. Over from Emo, catching one. The smoke out means that he's going to try and see if he can find a little bit more. Why is Twist not on top when he's got the AWP? Maybe because he missed the shot in the previous round. Ju decides to go for a bit of a boost here. Alu posted up. He misses this opportunity the first time around. Bomb should get planted here, and indeed it will. As I said, it is Twist and rest. Twist trying to find an angle down towards CT. Now missing the opportunity. Taking so much damage. Look at the HP on the players here. The nade toss in towards the bomb site will do the trick. It's going to be all on rest. Left alone in a 1-on-4. The bomb has been planted. Gives him the opportunity to potentially hold the angle. Finds the first. It's a one-tap, but that's going to be all. That will do the trick. And that will be the end of that. ENCE managed to pick up the victory 16-8 here on the third and final map of the series. Easy for ENCE.